What if one workshop could explode into a podcast, a blog, a training guide, flashcards, a quiz, and a mind map, all in minutes? I literally did that from a single transcript, and there were zero hallucinations. How? Google's Notebook LM, and it's free to start. And it only talks to the sources that you upload. So everything's cited, it's clean, and stable. Stay with me because in this masterclass, I'm going to teach you in less than an hour how easy it is to upload your sources and repurpose them into multiple sources that you can repurpose as content for your audience and your business in just minutes. And I'll also give you the exact settings that I use to make answers short, easy, on brand, and even humanistic. Plus a hack to download multiple YouTube videos all at once into your notebook. If you want a repeatable system that takes one idea and turns it into weeks of content, you're not going to want to miss this masterclass that I taught inside my Amplify Your Business School community. The link will be in the description if you want to join us where we do these masterclasses every 2 weeks. And by the way, if you love my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Go ahead now and click subscribe and like this video if you love it. Let's dig in. You don't have Notebook LM. You can take the link that is notebooklm.google, and that should be it should be at the top of the resources page. And it is a free Google software. There are also paid versions, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. What makes Google's Notebook LM is actually, it's very unique than a ChatGPT. If I was going to start a new notebook, you're going to see a number of notebooks that I've already created. So they're going to give you ideas here on the front page of featured notebooks that you can go ahead and open them up and take a look at what has been inside of the different things that have been already generated from the studio. You click on the little icon in the upper left, that'll take you out of it and back to your home page. You can simply look at all of your notebooks and you can have it set up any way you'd like to. I like looking at it visually with the little squares here. You can see I'm a bit of a notebook LM fanatic. I have a lot here. And it doesn't mean that I'm actually still using all of them. Sometimes just like ChatGPT, you start to use it and you're done with it and you forget to go back and delete it. So if you need to, you might need to go in and clean up your notebooks every now and then. I can go ahead and create a new one with this upper right-hand tab here, or I can create a new notebook this way as well. And the very first thing that you're going to see that's going to pop up, these are the available uploadable source formats that NotebookLM allows you to upload. So you can upload from your own drive, or you can drag and drop. It will allow you to upload PDFs, text files, markdowns, and audios like MP3s. You can also connect any documents from your Google Drive. You can link up websites. Not all of them will link up, just like sometimes not all of the YouTubes will link up as well. And that depends on how they have set up their settings on YouTube. And sometimes it's just a little finicky, and I'll show you a little workaround for that. And you can also upload copied text. If I was to go click on website, all you do is simply paste the URL. YouTube, you just simply paste the YouTube URL there inside of it. I'm going to take you into YouTube and show you a little workaround. I'm going to come down into the description. And you see where it says transcript? Show the transcript. I literally can copy the transcript, or you can right click and you can toggle the timestamps off and you can select them all, right click it and hit copy as well. Okay, but I'm going to copy the transcript. I'm going to go back into Notebook LM, open up the copied text and simply paste it in here like that. See how easy that was? So if a YouTube video does not transfer over by the way that it should transfer over is simply going into it, clicking share, and then we're going to add it under the YouTube section here, hit paste, go ahead and insert it. It's going to take a moment. It'll let you know when it doesn't work over here. You can even go and remove the sources, or you can rename them as well. I'm going to show you a fun little trick. If you would like to upload multiple, say you really enjoy somebody's YouTube channel, okay? If I'm going to go to, say it's Jason Nybeck's YouTube channel, and I love everything he teaches, there is an extension right here. YouTube to Notebook is what the extension is called. And it's going to pop up. It's going to ask me, what do I want to add? And I'm going to add the current tab to this notebook right here. And what it's going to do is going to open up my notebook, and it is going to add all of his YouTube videos at one time because I was on that particular page. It's pretty cool. So it takes a little while because it's actually transcribing all of them. Okay, that was really fast because the transcriptions are already done. Now, if I got any, you guys got to tell me in the chat, have you ever used this extension? And if you haven't, who's ready to add this one right now? Go ahead and put, I got to get that extension so I can use this in Notebook LM, because you're going to see what you can do with this. I can ask it right now inside the chat and say, what does this channel talk about? And what it's going to do is it's going to chat with all 226 sources that I just uploaded because I had them all selected. Now, if I wanted to, I can deselect and just select to chat with those 3 sources. You see where it says 3 sources here? And I can say, what's the common theme? And it's going to give me that after it's done doing this. So basically, I just chatted with all of them right there. A little tip here. What NotebookLM does, there's only going to chat with your content that you upload inside of it. There's no hallucinations that can happen like it does in ChatGPT. All the information is going to be cited to the resources. So if I read the call focuses on helping the prospect understand the non-financial cost of not fixing their problem, blah, 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 and I highlight it, just hover over number 115, it's going to tell you what it says, but I can click on it and it's going to pull that video up. And exactly, this is the information that it's pulling it from. So the citations go together with your sources. Give me a 1 if you just got wowed on that or put wow in there. Okay. This is an ideal tool for repurposing, summarizing, and learning from existing materials that you have so you can make notebooks out of anything. So we are going to step by step go through each of these sections here so that you know how to use everything inside a Notebook LM today. On the free tier, you can make 100 notebooks. So that is going back out here. You have the limit of 100 notebooks. And when you are actually inside of the notebook, you can upload up to 50 sources per notebook. Now, you just noticed I uploaded a lot more than that. And we'll talk about the paid version option so you have larger quantities of what you can do for the number of notebooks. And you can ask it 50 questions per day. So that's the limitations. Now, that's a lot. I tell everybody, start on the free. And if you find yourself using this a lot more and you want to get the paid version, if you are paying for Google Workspace, you automatically get the upgrade to the Pro version of Notebook LM. And if you are paying for Gemini Pro, you automatically get upgraded as well. You notice that we can go ahead and going back to the sources area, we can select however we want to chat or to utilize the studio is based off of the things that we check marked here. Okay. Now, another thing that you can do is I'm inside of my Simply Wellness must-have doTERRA essential oils. I made this just to show and demo some things. So I went over here to the Discover tab and you can find additional sources. So if you simply want to find, let's see here, find additional blogs on losing weight with doTERRA products, okay? That is the only time that it's going to go outside of its container to go search for something else so that it adds the sources that it finds that you want directly in without having to go out and then uploading it as a link. So doTERRA Cleanse and Restore, say I want to add that, how I lost 20 pounds. It gives you all of these things that you can upload. So I'm just going to upload them all just to show you how quick and easy it is to upload them. And you see how it's doing that right now. Very simple. You like that? I like how Jessica says, I find it gives me too much info. Is there a way to keep it short, like how we can train ChatGPT to respond how we want? Great question. I'm going to show you how we get to do that inside the chat feature. I'm going to show you where you can customize it. And that's in the configure chat section. So you can have it in the learning guide mode. You can have it in the default mode, best for general purpose research and brainstorming. Learning is going to best for educational content, helping you grasp new concepts and skills. And you can customize it. Do you want it at a PhD level? I even like how it suggested that you can pretend to be role-playing game host inside of your own chat session. And if you're wondering, well, I'm not really sure what I would even put in there, you can go over. Now, if you happen to use, I've talked about the Comet AI browser. Sometimes I will go over to my browser, open it up, and just ask, what are some new custom chat configurations styles I can use in Notebook LM chat feature with my sources? And right there, it's going to give you some ideas on customizing your chat. You can ask it to do a research assistant focusing on, and then you can tell it what you wanted to focus on, a persuasive coach delivering advice drawn from your uploaded documents, or a contrarian bot that highlights weaknesses or counterpoints from within the source material. So you can do friendly, you can do storytelling, you want it concise for short, direct answers. This might be exactly what you're looking for, but you can also choose your response length here with default, longer or shorter inside of the configure chat session. So I'm going to turn off the assistant here so you can see it all inside of there. Oh, by the way, there are some preset questions down at the bottom. And you notice we had those 11 items that we just uploaded. Maybe I want to see what are the primary wellness goals. So I'm just going to select it right there. And it's going to go off of just those 11 sources. And while it's going to give me the answer here, I'm going to tell you that while you're chatting, okay, let's see here. Before we dive in, it asks the question, how familiar? Let's say brand new, so that it can help you. It's going to help you give you the best output by asking you that question. All right. It asks more questions than I've seen it. Usually it just spits out an answer for you. So I like that it goes back and forth. So it's giving you some answers here. And I might have selected short answer, but I want to say if there is something you're like, wow, I really like this, I want to save it for later. Just note, if you close out of this and hit refresh, or maybe you close out and get out and come back in, this chat is no longer going to be there. So you want to remember to save it to note, and it's going to come over here. If you want to, you can simply rename it if you'd like. If I open it, I'm going to put note saved. That might help me remember. There you go. And if you ever want to take any of your notes and move it over as a source, you can do that. And then you can actually make an audio overview or a video overview specific to whatever it is that you saved by simply clicking convert to source. And it is going to add it over there. There it is. Note saved, doTERRA Wellness Focus. So you see all the different things that you can do within the chat session here. Now let me show you, this is really fun here. The studio section here, which if you want to see more of your chat, you can actually close down the studio or expand it. Let's talk audio overviews first. And this is the audio overview section. This is the AI podcast. So if I clicked it right now, all right, it's going to make an audio overview of all of the things that I have checkmarked. But I always suggest that you click, and it's going to do a podcast between two people. That is going to default always between a longer podcast between two people if you click that button. If you remember, go ahead and click the little pencil instead so you can customize your audio overview outputs. So if you do a deep dive, if you've never seen this done, I'm going to blow your mind with these hosts. I couldn't believe that these are actually AI hosts going back and forth. You also can do a brief overview, and that's probably just about a minute or two, and you can do it as a critique. So what it's going to do is it's going to offer you constructive feedback to help you improve your material that you have. It's going to review your sources. So this is great if you're putting together a training program. And you can also do a debate between the two hosts, and they're gonna go on different perspectives of your sources. So these create some really unique podcasts. You can go with a default. You can say shorter or longer. You also have a choice of 80 different languages here. So you can change what you want the AI host to focus on here as well. You'll be able to save the audio as well. It's going to generate on the side, which we're going to show you in just a moment here. Again, if you want some ideas on using your assistant, what are some ideas for the AI hosts to focus on in the audio overview? And let's come up with some unique, fun ideas, okay? Oh, this is a really good one. Wellness Mythbusters. The host will tackle common myths or misconceptions about essential oils using your sources, playing off each other with a playful banter and a myth or fact. I like this. We're going to actually try this right now because it's going to take a sweet minute here. There we go. I'm actually going to make sure to copy the name of it because the host will then possibly even call it the Mythbusters. We're going to go with a shorter one and in English, and I'm going to hit generate. This AI Comet Assistant, I'm going to tell you, is absolutely amazing. In fact, I'm going to get you guys the code for this because if you have not yet utilized Comet as your browser, it will blow your mind. So I'm going to go ahead and put it inside Workshop QA thread so everybody can find that. Notice it's generating the overview, but let me go find another one that we already generated. All right, you notice that it looks like the audio overview logo here. So I'm going to go up to the simplified wellness. Okay, let's click on this.
If your wellness routine has ever felt less like, a source of calm and more like this never-ending kind of
Can you all hear
chaotic
this?
checklist.
Yeah, constantly interrupted by just life.
Exactly. You are definitely not alone. It's incredibly easy to feel overwhelmed by just the sheer volume of health advice and products out there today.
We saw that exact challenge reflected in the guide we're looking at today.
Who's blown away? You guys have got to tell me inside the chat if this blows you away that this is AI talking. And I mean, to be able to do a podcast, tell me how you could see using a podcast in your business. Where would you put this? I know that I can give you guys some ideas, but I would love to hear some ideas on what would you do with this in your business, a 15-minute podcast. All right, so let's move on to video overviews. If I click on this one right now, it's going to do a video overview, and it's going to just use its random style, okay? You don't want to do that. You guys want to have some control over it. When you open it, instead of auto-selecting it, I would say have some fun picking between the whiteboard look. This is a new one that just dropped. These are Google's Nano Banana images that are created to make these video overviews. I will show you how you can download these in just a moment. But you got retro print, you got heritage. I love the paper craft one. That's really fun. You can create these as an explainer type of video overview. And the explainer one is probably going to be about 5 minutes, I've found. And the brief short ones are going to be about 2 to 5 minutes. It's just the core ideas. But on the explainer one, I love how it connects the dots. I just made a video and posted it to my wellness business page as well as my community. I went over and selected all the pet ones that I had uploaded, and I just put pet blogs in there. We're going to open this up, and you're going to be able to play it at whatever speed you want to.
Hey everyone, and welcome. You know, as pet owners, we're always trying to create the absolute perfect home for our furry family members. A space that feels calming, comfortable, and most of all, safe. And a lot of us are looking for more natural ways to do that. So today, let's dive into how we can bring all the benefits of nature right into our homes without ever putting our beloved pets at risk. So check this out. This is a real quote from a pet owner, and man, it really hits home, doesn't it? We make these huge life changes for our pets. Attention to changes, making sure our pet's safety is toxins that might be in our homes right now.
When I did the video overview, I used the kawaii mode. So it's kind of fun to make them in different versions. And you know what? They're going to be all different. So if you do a video explainer of, say, 5 different types, you're going to have 5 different videos, and you can go ahead and use whatever one you want to. So it is a slideshow only. So now Google integrated Nano Banana. Before, it was still a slide, but it was extremely boring. And what it's doing is it is really now honing in on your text material from what you are trying to connect the dots from your sources to create the best visual. So you don't have to go make them yourself. Now, I don't think we're going to be too far behind seeing VO3 start to show up to create videos inside of here, because Google owns VO3 as well. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Now, if you're like, I want to download these, right? This is the deep dive one that I think this one is 1 minute ago. Just to show you guys. And I'm going to show you something else too. That's really cool. I forgot to show this to you guys.
Let's jump straight in. Today, we're doing a bit of a wellness mythbuster deep.
We're going to go interactive. Yes, you can interact with your audio overview. If I hit play, I'm going to join it, and it's going to wait for me to have a conversation back and forth. But I'm going to let it play for a little bit.
So the mission today is basically to help you figure out, is this a real tool that could, boost healthy habits?
Or is it maybe just really, really good marketing?
That's the core question. Let's get into it.
Okay, so starting with the claims from proponents, they suggest EOs target weight management through 4 main avenues.
Right. Boosting metabolism is one.
Yep. Promoting healthy digestion is another.
Managing those hunger pangs, the cravings, achieving satiety.
And the 4th is managing stress, specifically cortisol levels, which gets... Oh, wait, someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Hey, this is Sondra. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, Sandra, we are doing fantastic.
Thanks for chiming in. We're having a great time.
We're unpacking these essential oil claims today.
Yeah, specifically how they are marketed for weight management.
How about you? How's your day going, Sandra?
We were actually just about to connect that final claim.
But what about managing stress?
Right.
Okay, so I got to hear, do you guys really believe in essential oils?
That is a great question, Sandra, and one that is at the heart of our discussion today.
Okay, let's unpack this. Belief is maybe too strong a word for us.
We approach this from a place of critical analysis, not belief.
Yeah, we look at the claims and then we look at the evidence.
Okay, so you guys saw that I got to interact. Now, I will tell you, you cannot download the interaction that you just had, not natively with NotebookLM. You can download this particular one right here by downloading it. You can share it as well. If you share it, it's going to ask who do you want to share it with, so you can email it to somebody. But it's something that if you want to record the interaction that you had, you would have to screen record to capture it. Okay, video overviews. Again, you get to customize them with 80 different languages. I made a YouTube video showing how to make a video with the video overview. And what I did is I uploaded other YouTube videos explaining how to do it. So then the video overview was of NotebookLM explaining how to do it. And it was brilliant. It's getting over 1,000 views on YouTube right now. So use these however you want to. Have fun with it. It's free, right? Okay, now I'm going to show you the mind map. Visualizing is something that some people just absolutely love, is to see the visual of how these mind maps come together. So relationships and concepts across all the sources, right? And you can just simply click it and it's going to make the mind map for everything that you had. But I've already done this for you because it takes a hot minute. I'm going to open it up so you can see how it works. And You can go ahead and move it around. You can even zoom out like this, and zoom in. And if you want to keep, this is how my mind map of every single thing that I've got uploaded. My sleep support, my MetaPower, the product lines. And if I just want to see, well, what do we have for the product lines in my sources, the blends, supplements, etc. Now, you can open all of them up at one time if you'd like. I'm going to close them all, and I'm going to show you something really cool. Okay, if I'm looking at this and I want to know more about the nature of the essential oils, if I click it, discuss what these sources say about the nature of oils in larger context, and it's going to give me the chat session about it. So you can chat back and forth. Isn't that cool? Okay, I wow myself all the time. You can use it for content planning, course outlines, video series. It's really a neat option that they've given us. Reports. This one right here, 8 different type of reports. All of them are going to be customizable with the language as well as what you want the report to create. Now, I personally had just used the defaults here, but if you want to create a new one that isn't listed, you can go ahead and create your own. So if I want to do an FAQ, for those of you that are thinking about doing a Pinterest board, doing FAQs on your products is a great way to use for content creation. That's just a little tip and hack right here. All right, going back to the reports, you can create a study guide, which gives you short answer quiz, some essay questions, glossary. Now, this one is one of my favorites. Doing a blog post. And you can leave it how you want to, or you can actually steer it in whatever direction you want that blog post to be. Especially if you have a certain style that you write. You can take your blogs that you've written, ask ChatGPT, what is the style of report? Because I want to emulate this in NotebookLM. And it's going to go ahead and give you what to put inside a NotebookLM for your style. All right. So that's just a little tip on how you can do the reports as well. Now, the suggested format, this is going to change. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to unclick everything, and I'm just going to click a few of these items right here. Go over to reports, and you see how it's loading the suggestions? It is going through each of these to come up with the best format based on the content that you have. So based on that, it's going to give you marketing communications, a holistic wellness plan for the clients, or a safety protocol, or an explanatory guide, or informational text. You guys, this is unbelievable how you can use this, what you can do with NotebookLM. It's so amazing. All right, you see that there's lots of different things that you can do with the report. So let's take a look at, for example, I created my own report here. And this report, I can copy it with the formatting and go put it somewhere else, or you can download it where I showed you before. But this is an FAQ guide because I was looking for Pinterest pins on, a Q&A style. And then I can pair that up with an image with Nano Banana. And I even did a couple others with the blogs. So let's see here. Here's a blog post. 5 surprising ways essential oils can simplify your wellness routine in 2025. And it's going to give you a nice length for your blog. How much time will that save you for content repurposing, the things that I've been showing you today? You can upload a training guide. You can upload videos, especially if you're a coach and maybe you've been having videos already done, or if you're working with a company and there's videos done and you want to create a blog from it. Yes, you can do these things in the LLMs. All I'm showing you guys is that you can do so much within this container right here. And it's not going to hallucinate. It's going to give you amazing options for yourself. So that is the different reports that you can do. I want to show you guys the flashcards here. You can customize with fewer number of cards, standard, and then more, level of difficulty, easy, medium, or hard. And you can restrict, what should the topic be on? You can customize this in any way you want. Again, you can tell your AI Comet Assistant what it is that you are going to make some flashcards on. And you can share these flashcards. You can share this notebook with customers. You can make it for customers to play with and have fun with. Imagine using this for anybody who is a teacher. Maybe you want to export this into another format, take these ideas that NotebookLM came up with and use them elsewhere. So just to show you some flashcards of what it looks like, you get an idea of what the flashcards look like, and you can scroll through each one of them. You can then see the answer. And if you do the explanation that you want to know why, it's going to go back to the chat session within NotebookLM and give you the reasoning behind that. So pretty cool feature there. And you want to create quizzes. Let's go look for the wellness quiz right here. I had 6 sources here. We're going to go ahead and expand that. So say you are creating something for fun, or you want to use a quiz for a lead magnet and you want to get some ideas. You can get hints from the NotebookLM. And you can go ahead. I'm not even reading these, and I picked the right answer. It tells you it's right. If I go ahead to click the next one, It tells you what the right answer is, and then it tells you not quite. If you want the explanation, it's going to go right in here and give you that explanation. Remember, the quizzes and the flashcards can be customized to whatever sources that you want it to be attached to. Maybe you upload a training document that you have. Maybe it's from your company and you want to have a quiz on it. Some people are using NotebookLM for their business, and they have a company, and all of their company documents they keep inside as sources, and they make flashcards and quizzes, even a mind map on how they find everything within the company, and allow people to chat with their documents and get quizzed on it. What a great tool that NotebookLM can be utilized for. Maybe you're a teacher or a trainer and you want your students to be able to utilize this entire notebook and have chat sessions. Maybe it's to get ready for a quiz, an upcoming test that they're going to be on. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with that. So now that you see that there all of the different things within the studio, there's one last one. You can add your own notes directly in as text at any time here. And it is going to go directly in as a note, okay? It's not going in as a source. And you can rename it. You can go ahead and convert it to source. So if I put the information here, it's going to show up over on the other side. So you see how easy all of these things are interconnected. A few reminders. So everything we said is downloadable from the studio. We can just click on it and, okay, of course, not the note that I just created, but the podcast is. And if you want to make it visual, you can upload it into Canva and put one of those little things that reverberate and put it for the entire thing. So you actually see something visual while you're hearing the podcasters go back and forth. If you wanted to do something else with it to add a video to it, you could do that as well. All right, the free versus the paid version. The free version does give you the 100 notebooks, 50 chat queries per day. If you do the Notebook Plus version, you get 500 notebooks. You get 300 sources per notebook, and you can do 500 chat queries per day instead of 50. And you can do 3 audio overviews a day with the free. On the paid plan, you get 20 audio overviews a day. If you do not see an option for some custom response styles, that is a feature of the Plus version. I did see it in a couple of the free ones. So if you're wondering, I thought she said we could customize this. If you don't see it, that means it is on the paid one. Now, some advanced sharing and analytics are available when you do have the paid. One thing that I find is really fun, let me go ahead and check mark this, all of them. When you share, the only thing with the free version that you can do is share the entire notebook, and it's only going to show you the full notebook. But when you have the paid plan, you can hit the chat only feature, and what's going to come up is going to show the preview that you are basically creating a custom GPT chat session just with the documents that you've uploaded as sources. That's it. This is an amazing tool. When you want to upload, it's not going to go out to the web at all. Like if you do a custom GPT, it'll still go to the web to get that information unless you're training it to not do that. But I love that you could share a notebook. Say you've got customers and you've got a certain methodology and you want them to have the ability to chat with your methodology. Maybe it's a paid service that you're offering. Maybe it's a free service. Maybe it's a free lead magnet. The ideas are limitless, but this version right here is strictly for the paid version to chat with it where that's all they see and they don't see everything. Otherwise, your version means the full notebook here that they will have access to, which still is fine. And how you do that is you add people and they'll get an email. I get to add a welcome note because I'm on the paid version, okay? But you can add people here. You can add groups of people. That means you can take them away. Like I've added my own account as a viewer. So as a viewer, they can't change anything. They can still have interactions here. They can still listen and see the quiz that I put together as well as the flashcards. But if you just want the chat session alone, that was the paid version, okay? But say you've got somebody that you've made this a paid subscription, okay? And they're no longer part of your paid subscription. You can simply remove access just like that, and they're gone. So that's a pretty cool feature that you have. When you're giving notebook access, you want to give it to them with the link. Copy the link. I can send it to anybody, and they will have that access as well to be viewers of the notebook. So lots of different things that you can do with this. You also get access to analytics on the paid version, but you have to have had 4 users, and you'll be able to see the interactions of people that what they're using it. And if you're training people and you want to make sure that they actually went through the training, you'll be able to see that in the analytics as well. So that is everything that I wanted to cover with you guys today. I'm going to now, I want to double check here. You'll notice that I gave everything to you inside of the resource area that we just talked about. And the Comet AI browser, the link for that is actually inside the free AI tools. So with that, I'm going to ask if you guys had any questions at all.
Hello, great presentation. You always bring some spice. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
My question is, when you did the quiz, my brain is on fire, and there's so many ideas running through them, and I'm just wanting to know, turn the quiz into an FAQ or the flashcards. That's what I mean, the flashcards.
Okay, we're going to go to the flashcards right here. And you know what? Here's a tip. I would open up my assistant and I would
Okay.
say, this is going to take some time. Go through the first 10 flashcards and copy the information here with the answer. I'm
Two.
telling you, this Comet Assistant has blown my mind. Okay, look at how it's working. The Comet Assistant, when it's working inside of your tool, your software, whatever's on that page, that website, it turns blue. And you notice I'm not touching it, and you're gonna notice those flashcards are turning.
Now, I know Comet will do some things. It rearranged my website, and now I'm gonna need to go back and do it over for me again. But this
Yeah,
is awesome. Oh yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
have to go and
So
get
it's
permission.
analyzing it, so it's taking the information for you so that then if you want to take that and that's now I haven't looked at all of the information here, but all you have to do is work with your assistant to work within, and if it's not giving you everything that you wanted, just go back and say, "Hey, you forgot the answers." You could do that with the quizzes as well. So,
Oh, it could with Comet.
yeah,
I wonder
absolutely.
will Atlas do it.
I'm not sure because I'm not an Atlas user because it's only for Macs.
Oh,
So,
when you went to YouTube and copied the transcript, that was an option for you to just hit copy? I don't
okay.
have that version.
Yes, I have another extension tool that I noticed that recently. I was like, "Oh, wow. I now have a new little copy button that showed up right here."
Woohoo!
Yeah, you do have to toggle off the timestamps and just copy it and just hit right click and hit copy. I just wanted to show this is what the Comment Assistant just did. It did the questions and the answers. So it worked fine. I'm pretty impressed. Again, do you notice? See, this is what it shows up as when a YouTube video does not work. It shows up red. Do you see that? If I go click the eye, it just says source is empty. So I can remove that one. Okay. But yeah, that's how you do it. This is content repurposing at its greatest. It is an amazing tool. That's why I like teaching the Notebook LM, and it is one of my cornerstone pillar AI software tools. So
Thank you so
you're
much.
very welcome. Any other questions out there?
Couple quick questions. Hi, this
Yes,
is
Sarah.
Sarah. One, does it hallucinate?
No,
Okay.
it does not.
And so, like, if I've been told that, oh, that seems like chat. So it does humanizing too. Like,
You get to customize it however you want to. Okay, let's just say you're going to make a report and you want to make a blog. Okay. If I click blog, it's just going to do it as whatever it says. But if I want to customize it here and I want it to speak in my tone, one of the things I suggested is actually uploading one of your blogs first. Ask ChatGPT, what is my tone and style that I could put inside of Notebook LM? You're going to take something that you've already written and ask ChatGPT to describe the style so that you can use it in Notebook LM so that you can describe the type of blog, the type of report, whatever it is that you want. So yeah, otherwise you're going to get what it says here. So another way to do it, create the blog, okay? Take the blog, you're going to download the blog and you're going to upload that to your trained ChatGPT that's in your style. If you've taken my Customize Your ChatGPT so that it sounds like you class, it's inside the workshops, that will really hone in on who you are. We've helped train it with the assessments, whether it's a Strengths Finders, Clifton Strength Finders, Enneagram, your Myers-Briggs, love language, all of that. You can take that and input it into your settings. So your ChatGPT really knows who you are. So if you haven't done that yet, that's a different course. But does that help you? Does that give you an idea on how to get
yeah, I was just wondering because I keep asking it to humanize it and it still puts in chat, still puts like the M dashes and, makes it robotic sounding.
You're never going to get rid of those stupid M dashes. I
Oh
don't
my
care about them.
gosh.
Some people do, but I don't care about them. So you can go through and just delete those yourself. Or
Yeah,
change
I
it.
do it manually, but,
But
just, yeah.
I will say that prompting is everything. The more you learn how to prompt it, just telling it to humanize it doesn't give it any context at all. What does that mean, right? So are you a human? Yes. You want it to sound like you, right?
Right.
So train your ChatGPT to sound like you.
Yeah.
Then it will humanize it because you're the human. So
Right.
that would be my advice.
And then my second question was for that quiz you were doing,
Mhm.
and you share that like a lead magnet and not the whole notebook?
So good question. The answer would be no. That's a different class that I'm going to be teaching on how to do quizzes as a lead magnet.
Okay.
But the way that Notebook LM is set up, you either share the whole thing, or if you've got the paid version, you can share the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
If
have
you're
a
wanting,
CRM that does it too, but that'd be easier to just use this. So
well, what you could do is you can use your Comet AI assistant to pull the quiz information off and then just input
rebuild
that
it.
into whatever tool that you said will create it because you're like, wow, it already did it for me off all this stuff. I want it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So I want to thank you all for coming today. I hope you enjoyed the training and love to hear inside the comments once you create some notebooks how you use Notebook LM. See you soon on the next one. Every 2 weeks, we've got a training session on the calendar. Bye now.